How we all doing? Alright, so usually I source from a thrift shop, but occasionally I do go on Facebook Marketplace and I look for specific things. It's not worth my while to go somewhere even close by and buy like one item. I look for lots. And I look for lots for two reasons. One, that it actually gets me a lot of stuff to go through. The other is that people that are selling lots typically have more than one. So this person was selling a lot of Transformers Beast Wars. So I did a quick Google Lens search on all the pictures he put up, and I realized two things. One, that it was a good deal, and two, that these were not actually Transformers Beast Wars for the most part. They're actually Pokemon, Digimon, and Transformers. Those Pokemon and Digimon tend to outsell some Transformers stuff. So what I did is I set up a meeting, and I went and I grabbed these, and I paid almost exactly what he offered. I would have paid what he wanted, but I had accidentally broken a 20 earlier and I didn't have it anymore. But he wanted 70, I paid 60. And I do this for a reason. I do this because at the end of these interactions, I always say, do you have anything else you're looking to get rid of? And that's when he said, yeah, actually, I have G.I. Joes from this time period, which is late 90s. I have He-Man. I have Ninja Turtles. I have Mighty Max. So I'm like, okay, whenever you dig that stuff out, just message me directly. So I'm going to get first stab at stuff that will likely outsell this, hands down. And he's probably going to cut me a good deal on it, especially if I'm doing a bulk thing. Because the next step would be to get him to get all that stuff together, and then I can hit him with a cash offer, and he's probably going to take it. And that's where I've made a lot of money in the past. Now here's the fun part. We got to go through this. Now, he was honest and said a lot of this stuff is probably only good for parts because he played with them as a kid. But looking at what was here, I figure at worst I will break even, and I really don't think that's possible. So we got this. I spent 60 bucks on this, and we're going to tally this up as we go. And we're going to see how close I can get to get my money back here. I'm just going to blind grab stuff out of here. I'll even throw down my Lazy Susan I picked up. I put the camera back where it was initially because I didn't like how far away it was. So let's see. Yeah, that will do. Alright, so blind grab. I am really bad at Transformers, is the thing. So, look at that guy. Lazy Susan really brings out the crabness of this all. I don't know what this is. Looks like an insect, crab, crustacean. It's got some legs. So what I'm looking for right now is to see if it's complete. Because some of these definitely were not. So it looks like he, on his foot, might be missing. This might be duplicated on the other side, and I'm missing something. Now, it's vintage, presumably. He said this was all late 90s, so stuff like that is largely forgivable. I couldn't even guess how to fold this thing up. Is this legit like a lobster? Is this a lobster transformer? Because that's in a way really sad. So we got antenna, crayfish, crawfish. Yeah, that's what he is. If ever you thought that the kid from Captain Planet and the Power of Heart was the lamest thing you saw back in the day, keep in mind there was a Transformer. There was a crawfish. I do like how the camera looks now. I tweaked some stuff. So okay. Well, we got that. I didn't see a date on it. We'll just try the tried and true method of how many of these could they have had? Transformers, crawfish. Ah, there he is. All right, Hasbro 1997. That's what he said. C-clamp crawfish. Do they make more than one of this guy? This could not have flown off the shelf. I mean, they don't even. All right. So now we're gonna try this Transformers. He said it was Beast Wars stuff. Tripridacus. Let's see how many of these come up. Transmetals. Predacon, Tripridacus. I'm looking for the one in the. Oh, okay, it was a set. Alright. So I'd like to know which one this actually is. Because there's 3 of them here in this picture, but 2 names. So this is the other one. This says Tripridacus. C-clamp. Okay, I thought that was just taking liberties with something. C-clamp. Okay, there it is. All right. So this one says complete. So we're gonna open this listing and see what's what here. So they got that white thing, and I haven't really. Just blind picking through this, so there may be loose pieces on the bottom of this bin. So yeah, I'm missing part of the tail, and that's it. And I think that's quite forgivable. And whatever the white thing is, it looks like might have been a missile launcher. Because when you're an utterly lame sea creature, you might as well have a missile launcher. I'm just quickly looking at the bottom of this bin. I don't see that white thing. Always relist it if I find it. I've done that in the past. But no, we're gonna go with our C-clamp here. A little nervous. The $60. I mean, it's not. Obviously not the end of the world if I don't make money on this. I just don't like dropping that much money sight unseen. The one tough part when you're dealing with somebody on Facebook Marketplace is at a yard sale, if I see stuff, I could kind of just nod my head and walk away and go look at dishes and pull out my phone like I'm up to something, like looking something up or taking a phone call. When you're standing in front of somebody, it's kind of rude to just bust out your phone and start going at it. So you're in a spot where you have to make a judgment call. Now, when dealing with people, and keep in mind I wanted to keep an ongoing relationship with this person, the one thing they don't want to do is not sell the thing. So you can usually hit people with a pretty nasty price cut, and they're going to hit you back with something, but you're going to save money. But in doing so, you may have burned a bridge, and I didn't want to do that with this guy. So I'm just doing my listing for the C-clamp, which I can't believe is a real thing. This listing says it's a lobster. But lobsters, I thought, the shape doesn't look right. Like, lobsters have big honkin' tails. This thing's got like a puny tail. If this was a science-based program, I would look it up. My phone's being ultra slow as I list this thing here. So while it's thinking about it. Alright. So we've got complete ones. Oh yeah, I didn't actually even transform him, did I? That's the problem, is I'm really bad at transforming Transformers. So, you got his arms down, but when you're listing him, you kind of got to. You've got these up, so you can have, like, totally cool shoulder armor. He's missing a foot, but he's got this tail that actually holds his stupid ass up. So we'll take a transformed picture. Mighty claws aren't fitting in the frame. There we go. Gonna list that he's missing his foot. And I don't even know what that thing was. So we're gonna say missing foot and possibly an accessory. Now let's see what we can get for this guy. Doesn't look right. Like, why does he get wings? This can't be right. Like, what's this pelvis thing? Oh, okay, never mind. Near complete plus. Okay. So that's 19. This one is... This one looks like he's missing a foot as well. And doesn't have the thing. That's 15. This one's missing a whole leg. And that's 15. I don't know what these are. This guy's folded up. So completed, we're at like 18, roughly. Completed. They're not exactly big sellers, but people might be asking too much for this because really, who needed this as a kid? Nobody. And you can see the price disparity between the ones that sold and the ones that are on sale. And that might be why it's not moving. Alright, so this guy... This guy's 14 free shipping, and he's dramatically less than everybody else. This one's 12, but it's missing like a whole claw. So I'm gonna go 14 on mine with free shipping. So it's not quite as glamorous as the other guy, but it is significantly less than everybody else. So if somebody buys that one first with something on the older end, 47 of these for sale, and that number is minuscule when you look at this kind of stuff. All right, so that's one down. So 14. I'm going to make $7 on this guy once it goes. It'll be interesting to see how many views I'm getting on this stuff, because I have not listed anything from this era. I typically run into newer stuff, and I have sold G1s that went immediately, or near immediately. But the 90s stuff I don't really run into often. And I speculate that it is because the people that are selling it are of the internet age, and they know to look things up and not like dump them off at thrift stores and not sell them cheaply. This guy, the impression I got is that he may have inherited a home. Like maybe he had a family member die, and this is his stuff from when he was a kid, and he said he just wanted to get rid of it. That there were too many memories, so I don't know. That's the least I can do for him. Throw this bad Larry back. Let's go with this thing that is very, very clearly not complete. What even is this? What even is this? There's obviously a compartment for something. It's kind of missing absolutely everything. Opens. That looks flat busted. Like that. There used to be something there. I don't know. And that had something attached to it at one point. I think the really tough ones like this, I'm probably going to just look at later, and I might do like a plot. I've done that. Just here's some random parts, and if you price it well enough, they'll go. I don't even know where to begin with this thing. So we're just going to set them aside. And now we got... This one's looking good. Obviously not transformed. So I can tell it's missing half its head, which is not ideal. Alright. That clips in. It's gonna be a hard sell with half a head. Feet are there. Hey, it's not the worst thing I've ever seen. So just real quick, I'm gonna see if there's a head. Now that I've looked at stuff, I'm seeing the wings from one of those other cicada or something. They're not attached to anything currently. Alright. Homeboy's missing half his face. That's not great. Is it livable? Probably. It really kind of depends on how he transforms. I'm gonna take my photo from the front, missing side. No, I'll take it a good one. But I don't want people to be like, hey, yo. And you gotta transform it. One of my earliest toy memories is I had a cousin I spent a lot of time with, and he had all the toys. And I really didn't have a lot of stuff growing up. I had mostly hand-me-down stuff from my older brother, but he had new stuff. My brother didn't like Transformers, so I never had any growing up, so I borrowed one. And within maybe 5 minutes, I had broken that thing trying to transform it. So I didn't get to play with it, and I felt terrible, and I had to go get him a new one. What is this thing? What does this go to? I didn't see where that could do anything when he was transformed. That's gonna be an access plate. A swing around. The back. Is he upside down? Is this legs? Oh my. Alright, that's some feet. His front feet or his feet? I'm thinking. Okay, yeah. It's kind of right with the chest plate thing. He's got some arms. Where does head go? Head's on his ass. Wait, what did I do wrong here? What did I do wrong here? Like how this doesn't go anywhere. I'm afraid to like pull on it. Like his head's on his ass. Is it not supposed to be there? Alright, let's just see if we can find him. This is a thing where YouTube's really helpful to see how things are transformed, but the problem is this is old. Alright, so we got 96 Hasbro. Let's leave that twisted monstrosity there. Transformers Beast Wars. Elephant. Okay. So that's Ironhide in his Beast Wars variant. So tusks. Am I missing? That must be what's on this thing then. So I'm missing the tusks too. So that's kind of not good. I'm missing whatever was on this ear. So we can see here that there's like weapons randomly grafted into his ears. This guy also gave up trying to transform him. Incomplete for repair or part. Okay. Missing his tail. Yeah, we may be going that route. Hey, this guy's got the other half of the face. Right half of face. So, yeah, we got pieces out here. 97 of them for sale. Okay. Did anybody figure out how to transform him, though? This guy didn't even bother. Oh, so this is like a real common problem that you lose his face. Okay, so the tusks did hook to that. Why would you only ever lose one half of the face? So I don't feel bad about transforming this guy in the picture, and nobody else is doing it. Alright. So the parts, obviously, are going to be the cheapest. This is only good for parts. And then that's just up to whatever you needed. So this dude's selling for 13. We're going to look at our sold listings. Incomplete, but his is way more complete than mine, I think. It's really the tusks when you're missing those. That's hard. I'll look in the box real quick, but really a few parts that don't really go to anything, like in particular. Damn, if these were complete, that's some good money. Alright, this dude sold half a face for $8. I'm not parting this thing out that much. I think he's complete enough to sell. But the thing is, I don't really know because I don't know what he looks like transformed. So I'm going to sell him. I'm going to do 12 bucks. I think that's legit. Somebody that's more enterprising than myself could buy it and part it out if they wanted to, and there would still be actual like meat on the bone to do that. So I got my pictures all ready. I'm gonna have to figure out how to get them back in one piece here. Having a hard time finding a listing. He's Ironside, right? That made sense. 96. Try Transformers Elephant. There we go. All right. So I'm not going to list what he's missing. If people are looking for something in particular, they'll be able to look and find that it is missing that. So, but I'll be honest and say it's missing several parts. Sometimes people put like see description as I never do that because that's kind of a given that you should read about things before you purchase them. See description kind of makes me think that you're going to have to look at the description to find out how utterly destroyed this thing is, and I don't want to have to draw attention to that. Alright. Missing several components including but not limited to right face, tusks, tail, other weapons. $12, free shipping. I don't even bother weighing these things at the moment. I don't think they're too bad. for 12 bucks. Maybe 6, 13, 2 items in. We'll do one more for tonight. Actually, no, I don't think we will. This is going to be a project, so I'll finish transforming this guy back into an elephant for tonight. And then we'll live to video another day. So far I'm not disappointed in the lot. Not really enthusiastic about it either, though. And absolutely nothing against the guy selling it. He was upfront that it was missing pieces. So, and you always have the option of walking away. You might feel obligated, but you are not in any way obligated to buy stuff from people. Especially if, you know, if it's a lot more rough than you thought. I try to meet somebody at their place so they're not like put out by it. That way everybody's kind of happy if something happens. I've never actually had to turn away sales because I generally have an idea what I'm doing when I get there, and I wouldn't set it up if I didn't. Alright, that's the elephant. That's the video for today. Like and subscribe, that helps me out a lot. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you the rest of this week with more of this box of stuff I gotta go through. Take care.